Hi guys, this is Namcraft and welcome to the Season of Starcraft English commentary where everyone else is hustling on the ASL scene. Flash is gonna be having his private Flash party here, his Flash SL. That's right, we're in the round of Flash Group F and we're going to be having the best of one here between Flash and Shine. Just a little fun here that Flash is gonna be having. And the map that we're gonna be having this game on is going to be Pantheon. A French map, I reckon, because I don't understand what it means in English. I think it's French, this word. And Shine is going to be located at the top left in the green color. Flash is going to be at the bottom left in the orange color. I hope that you enjoyed this game. A nice break from all of the crazy shenanigans we're witnessing in ASL. We're going to be having round ABC, group ABC. Coming up, I think 2 groups have been played, 1 more group tomorrow. We'll have a break, and next week we'll be back with those groups. I think Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday. So looking forward to that. But you know, in the waiting period, let's enjoy some Flash games. And I wonder who's gonna be triumphing today. Will we see our live Flash before our eyes, or will we see the sunshine after the rain? You're the fear again, my pain and my whatever pain thingy paint. Yeah, it's gonna be Flash for sure because Flash is the better player. Let me just quickly check the ELO scores for you. So today, or maybe this week, not really today, but here are the ELO scores. Flash is not on it, of course, and Shine is not in the top 10 players. And this map, Pantheon, let me just quickly grab the ELOs, not the ELO score, but the win rate for Zerg players. So Zerg players enjoy a 41.8% win rate against Terran. That's right, so Flash has got a slight advantage going up here. We're going to be having these, the scouting drone arriving already. He's going to start to take a hit at that SV. Luckily for Flash, the barracks has just completed, so it's going to be having just a good time here. Behind this, we're going to be having the spawning pool coming up with gas after the 12 hatch has been planted down. So for the timing, we are going to be having just both players getting ready for the upcoming battle here. The SV is going to arrive at the top right. He sees nothing. Flash is going to return and he's going to scout again on this other left side of the map with the SV. The drone is going to try to chase it. We're going to be having some nice, you know, cuddling action between these 2 units. Very fun. Let's see who, you know, who's going to be able to triumph here, because this SV, as you can see, is almost dead, but not quite. How do I get out of this one? Okay, there we go. We're going to be having Lair coming up now for Shine. Now Shine is one of a crazy player. He's qualified for ASL, right? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I have to kind of check because I actually don't check these things. My life doesn't revolve around Starcraft. I just kind of watch games, you know, as much as you guys. So I don't know much more about these kind of games than you guys. So I apologize for that. But anyways, the first encounter is gonna be taking place. The Marine's gonna try to snipe a drone, but unsuccessfully, and Flash is gonna have to back up. That was wasting a single Marine. They're not so good for Flash. Behind this, is it going to be Biomech? Not sure yet, but with the way that things are going, I think it's gonna be just Bio. Just Bio, because Engineer Bay is gonna be coming up. The Zerling is gonna try to chase this SCV away. Spawning pool, Lair is almost done, so we're gonna be having Spire. Now the question is, does the SV die before Spire starts? Because actually Shine wanna hide what he's going for, whereas Flash want to stay as long as possible. And we're going to be having this SV coming out, and we might see the Spire and the 3rd hatchery somewhere around here. Usually that is the case unless Shine has got something else in mind, and indeed he's gonna plan, I think, a hatchery there. No, he's gonna try to go towards this area, maybe the 1 o'clock position. It might be a nice idea. Of course, this is a standard 4-player map. If you take this base at the 1 o'clock position and you can hold it, then that's gonna give you access, I think, to the other bases in the back. Right, let me just quickly check. I think that is the case because I don't really understand this map that well. Yeah, I think there's an expansion behind on this other side of the map. At some point we will get there. Anyways, all right, how are you guys doing? By the way, I just came across a very fun fact the other day. Do you know that if Stanford was a country, then it would have received 8 gold medals in the previous Olympics Paris 2024, and it would have been that would have placed Stanford, I think, something like position 12 on the medal tally. Isn't that crazy that Stanford itself against like, you know, 8 gold medals for the entire US team. I think US got 40 medals and 8 of which comes from the University of Stanford. So that's just really fun. I was in the US for some time and I really enjoyed the university system there. There was a lot of opportunities for, you know, for sports, for academic excellence, but also for sports. Of course, partying was always nice. I remember, you know, just going to those crazy parties and have to actually put on a wristband because you know, you have to be kind of you know, above 21 to drink in the US, right? Very funny that in the US you can kind of, you know, do everything else when you're 18, but only drinking you can only do when you're 21, which is kind of, you know, against conventional wisdom, because all of the other countries you can drink very early. Anyways, we're just gonna arrive now, so let's start with a drinking game. And let's start with a real mutually thirsty kind of battles here. Mutualists are out here looking for blood, but they're not able to find anything just yet. They're going to try to come around towards the right side. Let me just quickly check. We do have 3 turrets coming down, so that's good coverage for the time being. For Flash and Shine, we need to find some kind of other openings. We're going to be having 6 mutualists, and they're going to be doing some good damage against the Marine, but I don't know if that's going to be just enough for the time. It looks like we're going to be having more mutualists coming from the back for a total of 8. And yeah, we're gonna be having Marines applying a little bit of pressure. These medic Marines being out here is a good way for Flash to kind of keep the mutants away from his home, because the threat of counterattack is very good. That's a nice hit from Shine, but good dive by the medic Marines. Actually take out 1 more mutualist, and we still have 8 in the group there. We're gonna be having just more dances back and forth. And let's just quickly check what else is going on. We're going to be having some drones morphing here. And I think at this point, Shine is going to just try to go up to, you know, to have his 3 extractors working out nicely. Nice Stim, but it's not able to take out the mutualist. And we're going to be having an overload snipe. And you can see that Shine is slightly supply blocked after that battle, but he's going to be grouping up more mutualists. He's got 9 now, one of which is very much damage. He might actually put the weak one out. Indeed he does that. We're going to be having a nice scan from Flash to see that the top right has got some drones, but no sunkens and no tech just yet. For example, sometimes you actually will see the Zerg player puts the Hydrogen and the Queen's Nest there, but that's not going to be the case this time around. These mutualists are being very fearsome. They're going to try to take out the rest of the medic Marines. And for the time being, Shine has won the battle. Let's quickly check what Flash has got here. He's got his factory completed, and behind it he's going to be building his first starport. Of course, all of the upgrades are going on very nicely for the players. We're seeing that Flash is scanning once again, and he's checked out his enemy's front door. You want to make sure that there are no, there are not a lot of sunkens in the front. Looks like for the time being, this mission is going to try to come in for more dances here. +1 weapons are done on the mutualist. For the medic Marines, they've got +1 weapons as well. So the game is going to drag out a little bit here. This mission is going to try to go back. Flash pushes forward, and he wants to apply the pressure just to make sure that these mutualists are driven back. Nice, game of cat and mouse. If you can take out this overlord, as another overlord getting sniped here is going to be great, because that means he can control this area without having to worry about a spy from the air. Some small engagements, and let's just quickly check the state of things here. We're going to be having what is it, double starport behind us, you can see, and that is going to be a science facility. Continuous scan from Flash. He wants to see the state of defenses inside his enemy's expansion, and he does see a couple of useful information. For example, he sees a sunken coming up, he sees a couple of hydralists, but he doesn't see any lurkers in the front, which might mean that there are some lurkers somewhere, a stop lurker in the middle of the map. But fortunately for him, that is not what Shine is going for. Shine is going purely mutualist. These mutualists are actually getting very effective with what they're doing, and they drive all of the medics back there. Still 3 medics remaining. He's gonna snipe 1 more medic, and that's gonna leave a single medic behind in the back here, and these Marines are gonna get destroyed by the mutualists. And after the battle is over, we still have 4 mutualists remaining. This is some nice battle. Let's check the tech for the Zerg player. Looks like Hive is done. He's gonna be going up to Divider Mount. He's upgrading a lot of stuff. You can see that for Zerg he's evolving Carapace. I think this is ground Carapace, right? And for Terran, possibly +2 armor, because I think +1 should be, no, it's not yet. Okay, this is +1, excuse me. As well as Irradiate for the science vessels, and the first science vessel is coming out. Armory is coming out as well. What is the purpose of building an armory in these kind of scenarios? Is he gonna try to be going for some Goliath? Is actually trying to upgrade the tanks or what? Actually don't know. Please let me know why you would build on. Wait, hold on. This is what Well, you need the armory to build something, right? Do you need an armory to build the starport? Maybe that's the case. But I'm not so sure why he's building it a little bit later, like in this kind of scenario. But anyways, we're gonna be having more engagement. Flash is applying a lot of pressure now. He comes out with a fresh group of medic marines, and he's gonna try to push his enemy back. I'm gonna be having Zerg trying to go around and try to encircle Flash here. This base goes up in secrecy, and let's see, for the timing, Shine is not able to snipe him. He's gonna be able to actually see the movement of the medic marines. He's gonna snipe. Flash is gonna snipe every single overlord in this group. Just so that Shine doesn't have any more vision of this area. Wow, look at this. Shine has no idea that there's a base down here. We're gonna be having a sensor getting sniped. Maybe looks like the sensor is gonna try to run away from his life. And nice irradiate and kind of terrible split, I think, for Shine. And looks like Flash is gonna try to chase these Mitches to the death, but for the time, these Mitches are gonna be able to escape. For now, we're gonna be having to Zerg just run around on this ramp, but not able to find this base. This is slightly unfortunate for Shine. Behind this, he's got triple defiler, and he's gonna be just going up with a lot of stuff here. Nidus Canal upgrades completing. More Sunken's gonna take a 4th base. Yeah, and more scan has been taken by Flash. He's gonna try to check the status of the 4th base of the Zerg player. He's heading all of his units towards the top right now. He wants to actually assault the front, and there's some engagement in front of Flash's expansion. Looks like Zerg is gonna try to do some attack, and Mitches need to split up, but that was a terrible split. He's got only 4 Mitches remaining. SCV, where the SCV is going, I'm not so sure exactly. But they're going to return now, and this base finally is going to get saved. I guess discovered by Shine, but not a big deal here. Flash is able to control it. And 3 base Terran versus, 4 base Zerg supply-wise. Shine is kind of behind, only 64 supply versus 117 for Flash. And Flash is controlling the middle area very, very nicely here. We see that Flash is scanning continuously the front door of the Zerg player just to make sure he wants to see what kind of defenses there are. And it's going to be better to build a couple of turrets here so they can actually have some kind of coverage in case the mutuals start to come back. There are still 3 mutualists remaining. Of course, that is not going to be a big threat. Let's check the upgrade on the Terran player. +1 weapons and +1 armor. Do we have some tanks? We do have some vultures coming up. Okay, looks like we're going to be having a switch to mech here by Flash. This is very interesting. He's built the 4th factory already. So this is why I understand why do we have an armory. So they can actually upgrade stuff. He's going to be upgrading the +1 weapons for the tanks. And he's going to be switching to mech. I really, really like this build. And we do have some dropship dropping stuff into the top right corner of the map, and they do have defenses in terms of well, we got nothing. We only have Sunkens, and that's it. So this base, this hatchery will fall, or maybe get forced to get some. We have some Scourges in position, but it's not going to be enough. Looks like Shine doesn't see the movement of those forces. And yeah, the hatchery is gonna get allowed to complete it. The moment it completes, Shine is gonna have to cancel it. Okay, very good reaction from Shine to cancel everything, and Flash is stimming for nothing. He's stimming for nothing. These drones gonna run, and finally we're gonna be having Defiler coming out, but he's gonna be on the low ground. He casts a nice plague here. He's got, you see, Darkstorm trying to hold this ramp. Behind this, Flash is expanded towards the bottom right on the screen, and he started his mech switch. I mean, not started, but he's en route. He has built so many factories, and he's gonna be pumping with you're gonna see a lot of tanks are gonna get produced here. We have also siege mode underway. Looks like Zerg is going for a lot of upgrades as well. Cracklings upgrade, Carapace +1 weapons, Defiler energy, transporting. Okay, he's gonna try to go for drops at some point, so that's gonna be very, very good. Finally, looks like Shine decided enough is enough. I'm gonna take my 4th base now. Thank you. Get out of my base. But Flash has got so much map control. You can see that he's like everywhere. Anyway, it's going to be having some Zerglings and Lurkers assaulting this position. Now it's going to cast a single Darkstorm to really, really drive these medic marines out, and the drone's going to come out there to take this base. That's going to be very, very good for him. Beautiful, beautiful Darkstorm. It's just covering all of the necessary areas, and we're going to be having the drone planting down the command center. Now behind this, Flash is building once again, like I told you, a lot of mech unit. Only tanks for now, mass tanks and vultures. This kind of build is very, very interesting, and we're going to be having more drops. These dropships don't have anything for the time being. They're going to be coming out with a lot of stuff later. This is going to be 4 base Terran versus, for the time being, only 4 base Zerg. So actually, this is fine for the Zerg player. They're going to be kind of stuck in their 4 bases for some time, but when Nidus going to start to connect everything and Darkstorm becomes a a huge advantage, then Zerg's going to have some mobility. We do have a Darkstorm here on this high ground, and that's going to drive these medic marines back, and it's going to maybe cast 1 plague against those group of forces. I'm not so sure what exactly he would do, but for the time being, looks like this Defiler is going to fall. And I guess for the time being, Flash's 4th base is safe. He's building a lot of factories and putting out a lot of vultures. He needs to actually start laying mines all around the map. He's got complete map control, and there's gonna be a vulture drop here that completely missed, guys. A lot of drones are falling, but Zerglings have speed as well. We do have a lurker, and that lurker very, very good for Flash to not actually deploy to the ground, so you can actually block that vultures from destroying a lot of stuff. We're at the 15-minute and 30-second of the game. Flash is 160 supply. Shine is behind severely. He's only 90 supply, so 70 supply difference. But Zerg cannot get easily killed out like that, as you know. Zerg is very, very resilient, especially against Terran, especially in the late game. We're going to be having the 5th command center coming down for Flash now. He's completely in control. He's got forces everywhere. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of vultures. He's got a lot of mines. So even if Zerg want to go for some kind of backstabbing action, it's going to be very, very hard. And look at this. These tank formations are so good. He's able to control these narrow areas. That's going to be impossible for Zerg to get on. We're going to be having vultures run by to this base here, and there's nothing here to save the Zerg player. He's going to try to go for Zergling counterattack. Very, very funny. We still have a group of Marines getting stuck inside of Shine's base here. Yeah, it looks like we have some small attack, and Zergling's going to be able to attack against the siege position. Very, very, very nice, cost-effective fight there for Shine, but not yet enough to actually win him this position. He needs to send more Zerglings to that area. This hatchery is going to be falling. It looks like counterattack once again in the middle with the Defiler, and Zergling's going to try to assault here, and there are very, very few tanks in this area, so that's going to be a nice area for the attack. Okay, we do have some drop inside of Flash's main, though. I completely missed that. Sorry about that. And looks like we do have some Dark Storm that's casted, but not enough forces to finish up the battles. Looks like we're going to be having a major attack though, with a lot of Defilers, a lot of Zerglings, and we're going to be having some tank sieging in the area, but there's going to be a Dark Storm here. Scourges to come out, and this might be a chance for Shine to do some damage here. This is good attack, but there's some supply depot blocking. He needs to cast one more Dark Storm, or maybe a Plague against the tank. He's sending a lot of Zerglings over. He's destroying the supply depot, which is not really what he needs to do here. He needs to actually attack the enemy tanks here. Lurkers coming from the back, and Lurkers going to deploy here without splash damage. These Lurkers are very, very strong, and they're going to be able to actually shred the tanks to pieces. Just non-stop Zerglings and Defiler, but we do have reinforcement in terms of vultures coming in the back here. One more Lurker is going to deploy itself, and he's going to be able to attack several tanks. That Lurker dies because of the splash damage though, so that's slightly unfortunate. Slash is still slightly ahead now. He's got still his 5 base kind of pumping very nicely. We do have Lurker getting involved here in the action, and this Lurker cannot do any kind of damage. And these tanks, I think, are very much highly upgraded. You can see +2 weapons and +1 armor. A lot of Defilers are still coming out here. A lot of Zerglings are going to try to attack, and this base is completely naked. So I guess Flash will have one base fallen here. Behind this, does Shine have anything? He's still on just 4 bases. He's lost his hatchery here, so his economy is actually not so good, but he's counterattacking with a lot of Zerglings on the various locations of this map, and Flash doesn't have enough tanks and vultures and mines to cover for everything. So that's going to be the problem here. Zergling's going to get involved in the Dark Storm, and these tanks need to get out of the Dark Storm. We do have some good damages getting deployed by the Zerglings. We're going to be having Zerglings attack to this area. There's a couple of medic marines only, but do we have any tanks? We do have some tank in the back here. That's going to be very, very good for Flash. Yeah, we're going to be having just, I think at this point it's going to be very exhausting for Shine. He just have his 4 bases. Of course, he still have a lot of drones, a lot of minerals that can actually mine, but he needs to take more bases. He needs to actually be a little bit more mobile, because look at this. Flash with his 5 command center is trading very, very nicely. We have a single mutualist just attacking random tanks here in the middle of the map, but not able to actually finish up any of the tanks. We're going to be having Zerglings doing a little bit of run by, but full mech army is so strong with +2 weapons and +1 armor, +3 weapons and +2 armor is also underway, so that's very, very good. At least we're going to be having some crackling. It would be nice to Shine to actually try to drop again somewhere, because his research drop. He needs to actually use the technology at some point. But yeah, for the time, complete control from Flash. He's going to be maxing out very, very soon. We're hearing Flash just scanning a lot of locations on this map. We want to check for the state of his enemies, army positions, what kind of defensive structure there is. There's still a couple of Marines here just doing nothing. And we might have another drop at some point, but for the time being, Flash is in control. There are some science vessels getting sniped by the Scourges, which is nice, but it's not going to be enough. Flash is coming up with full mech. Look at this, just a lot of tanks and vultures and Goliath. There's no way the Zerg could actually attack against this with just Zergling and Defiler. He needs something else. He needs Ultralis. He needs Queen maybe. Anyways, we do have some witches going for the attack here, because the lack of Goliaths is going to be causing a lot of problems. Witches are actually grouped up together, and that's not good. We're going to be having some science vessels coming. The first Goliath is coming out. These witches are going to try to attack the SCVs and kill out as many as possible, but he needs to actually try to use them separately, not group up together. We do have Zergling reinforcement which is nice. At least his command center is gonna fall, so Flash is gonna lose the command center of itself. But behind this, do we have any other, any other chances for Shine to come back here? There's very few, openings for him. He's still just stuck on just 4 bases. These switches, a couple of the Zerglings are doing some good damage, but look at the upgraded Goliaths. 2-2-2. Very strong upgrade, and +3 weapons is also going to complete at some point now. So these switches will have no chance to attack. He's going to try to snipe as many SCV as possible just to buy time in the corner and waste a little bit of Flash's resources. Flash 192 supply, Shine 122 supply. Very stark differences in performances, and it's going to be just moments away from Flash sealing this game and proving to us that on Laddernet he's still a boss. In ASL he's not that good. He's not yet the caliber to actually qualify for ASL, but on Laddernet he's still very strong. Actually, this week he's still positioned in somewhere like 5 or 6 on the rankings, so he's very strong. Shine is something in the 20s or 30s last I checked. Anyways, I think the end is near. We're gonna be having tanks assaulting this base. There are some Zerg reinforcements from the back. The Defiler is gonna try to cast something here. Looks like that's gonna be a nice Dark Storm, but the Defiler was sniped in the process, so there's gonna be some attack here happening. Looks like 1 Goliath only. We do have reinforcement Goliath from the back, and these switches prove too fragile. They are like paper airplanes. We do have a nice plague on these tanks. Is it gonna be enough? Because a lot of lurkers are reinforcing from the back. We need another attack. Looks like the Nidus Canal is getting focused upon by the tank, and if that Nidus Canal falls, that's gonna be over for sure. This tank would die. We need to actually attack that tank. Wow, there's a lot of Ultras coming from the back, and Ultra is supported with Dark Storm. Is very strong. Ultra is gonna try to get mixed up and destroy a lot of tanks. One of the tanks are gone. Ultras can eat up the Goliath, which is going to be very nice. It looks like Flash is going to be going for another attack against his enemy's front door here. We're going to be very careful. There's some vulture drop. This base it's been mining for some time, so Shine would not mind losing some drones in that base. It would be mining a lot if he actually loses the drones in his other bases here. We're going to be having a non-stop action. Zergling, Cracklings against Goliaths. Very good, but in the end, I think Flash is still triumphing. GG from Shine. The game is won by Flash. Thanks for watching. If you like this, guys. If you want to buy me a coffee, the link to that is gonna be in the video description. You can actually buy me money on Zelle. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye.